Hi everyone, Aussie Paul here from Hody's Tech. Welcome to my channel. It's a new channel, so I'm glad you're on board watching this today. So in today's video, we're going to start low tech. You won't need a soldering iron. You won't need any real test equipment. You won't even need a multimeter. You might need a few screwdrivers, of course. That it's all in the video. You'll see me there taking these or this remote control apart, and that's the problem. We're going to fix this remote control. I've got two of them. They're from a Mitsubishi air conditioner. The particular remote, you'll just have to look at the video. I tried to get a model number. Very hard. This particular remote will work on about 30 something models, and I didn't want to list them all. So just have a look. If you've got this one, then you can fix it. The issue is this on-off button. Very simple repair once you get it apart. Okay, well, let's go. Okay, here on my bench, I've got two remote controls. This one works fine. You can tell as soon as you push it, the display comes up and the air conditioner would turn on. So that one's been repaired recently. That's upstairs. This one's downstairs. It's a bit grubby. And you can push as hard as you want. Nothing really seems to happen. If you stay long enough, you can sometimes get it on. That's the problem with these remote controls. And we're going to have a go at fixing them. You'll need some glue. This is Gorilla. It's wood glue, but it's waterproof. It's really tough. Any glue would do, but don't have water-based. It's got to glue onto rubber. That's the main thing. I don't know about super glue, but any sort of glue that would work with rubber. This one's been working for a very long time. It works well for me. You'll also need some aluminium foil. So you don't need very much. So raid the kitchen. And believe it or not, you'll need guitar picks. If you haven't got guitar picks, well, cut some plastic or use maybe some knives or something. But we need something to slip into the between the plastic of the case. Okay, let's open him up. Take away the battery cover and remove the batteries. Now, those batteries you've probably been replacing thinking that was the problem. You might have put 12 in. Who knows? Now, the issue we've got now is there's no screws. So what you've got to do is pry the case open. So this one's a bit grubby. It's been outside and whatnot. So what you need to do, if we can get this in frame, there's some little tabs on the side. You can push them in, and that'll actually open up the gap. And what we're going to do is slide some guitar picks in there or whatever you've got. Guitar picks are great. And there's, the same tabs on the other side. So let's start with the one at the back. We can just push a guitar pick in there. That releases the connection there. And we're going to try and slide some in the side as well. So it's not very technical at this stage. Very simple thing to do. Maybe you guys got an easier way to do this. You can leave it in the comments. You can see it's almost coming off there. And I'm about to break it as usual, but I've resisted. You can see it, and I can just leave that off. And that should pretty much get the case off. We'll get the back of it off anyway. And there we have it. Should just come off. There we go. Right, once you've got it off, there are actually some screws on the printed circuit board. You'll be undoing 4. I'm just using a little jeweler's screwdriver, but any small Phillips head would do. Okay, got to be a bit careful now. We're going to take the front off. There's some, and the battery terminals slide out. That's it for that piece. Okay, now it's time to remove the rubber keypad. This is where that holds all the buttons, and we're looking at that troublesome red on and off button there. The issue is that the conductive layer at the back actually rubs off or gets very thin. And if we get a multimeter out, we can actually see that here. This is a good one. It's around 50K, depending on how hard you push. This is the one that's a problem. And you can see there that's like 700K or point, well, actually it's now 400K. So it's sort of half a meg ohm rather than 50 kiloohms. So, and that apparently isn't enough to activate the actual control. So what we've done here, we've cut a little bit of little tiny circle of foil. You can see it sitting there on the actual pad there. We're putting some glue. Make sure you use a glue that'll stick to rubber. And then we're just going to manipulate that little bit of aluminium foil across to that piece of glue. But that's really it. What I've done there is the repair. We're just going to recoat the button with some aluminium. This is where it connects on the printed circuit board. You can see there's just fingers that sort of interlace with each other, and when the button goes down, it makes contact between the fingers. We're checking to make sure that we're not going to sort of hit anything around the area, and there was nothing in that area. LCD display, you can't solder because it's glass, so they've got these special zebra connectors or elastomeric connectors. You can see it there on the side. They just touch those copper strips, and this is how they do it in calculators and anything with an LCD display. You just can't solder to the glass. And I'm just cleaning the copper, and that's just going to be kind of a friction fit. Those zebra strips have got to be pushed against the copper printed circuit board. So it's got to be quite precise because there's lots of them, and they're only probably maybe a couple of millimeters apart, if that. So there's a recess on the front of the remote control, and you'll see a little dimple there. The dimple has to point inwards. If you put it around the wrong way, all that'll happen is you'll get very strange characters come up on the display. So, you just have to take it out and turn it around. But the dimple points in, and the recess makes sure everything's absolutely well aligned. And those 4 screws hold the printed circuit board in exactly on those zebra strips. But before you put the screws in, it's a good idea just to put it together, put a bit of pressure on the back, and just see if it works. So, and it's in the right way around because I can see 25 come up there. But depending on how hard you push it, you're not going to make very good contact unless we have those 4 screws, so which I've done now. And we just do a final check. Everything looks great. Tighten those screws up. They're the only 4 screws in the whole thing, so it's not that difficult. Well, that's it, everyone. All fixed. I hope you had a little bit of fun with that. If you broke it, it doesn't really matter. You can buy these online for around $30 odd, so it's not the end of the world. But we're technicians, and we don't like to contribute to e-waste, so we fix stuff. Now, this is a new channel, so you can help me in a number of ways. You can watch the video to the end. That helps the algorithm. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and that really helps the channel. I'm going to have a lot more content. It won't all just be aluminium foil. We're going to be doing some reviews of test equipment, and we'll also run a series of tutorials on just basic electronics for maybe schools and that sort of thing. And so if you subscribe, you'll get all those updates. That'll be really, really great. And of course, down the bottom here, there will be a link to buy me a coffee if you want to do that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next video.